So here's my question for you. And I don't have a secret answer that I'm looking for. It's really a very open and honest question. What would be the pros and cons, the advantages and disadvantages of reopening even a little bit the story of that loss, those experiences, those images, those feelings, as opposed to leaving it closed?
Mm-hmm.
Are there advantages and disadvantages to telling the story that I guess you must have considered kind of asking for a time to do a little bit of that?
I feel there is an absolute necessity for me to somehow find ways to tell the story. Because somehow it is a necessity for me to, as a part of integrating what happened to Sylvie into my life.
To make it real and a part of your life and not just left out of your life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm working, I feel at least I'm consciously trying to find ways, as we are sitting here.
Yes, yes.
As a part, but at own pace, and I admit trying to find safe ways, making experiments as well on what feels okay and what doesn't.
I get it. And this is one such experiment that we're doing right now.
Exactly.
And I have the sense, many years ago I went to Ireland, my kind of ancestral home in part. And I remember going to the cliffs of Moher, which fall away thousands of feet into the sea, and going to the edge and just looking out over the edge. And of course it was an experience of awe, but also fear. And I feel that same kind of almost like on the edge, looking in now, like from a position of a little bit of safety, but we're close enough to it that we can kind of glance in. And we're trying to say, how close is close enough?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And do you have my question is, where can I find and see ropes maybe to go down, but as well safe enough to climb up again?
That's very well put. It's like spelunking or mountaineering or something, right? Where you need to sometimes have a partner who is spotting for you on the ropes, helping with it. You need to have a kind of safe harness that holds you securely. And they can help you climb back up if you decide to go down. And you don't have to descend to the bottom of the cliffs, do you? You may be just going over the edge a little bit and coming back, isn't it? It's a great metaphor.
As you of all people know, all losses are in a sense tragic or potentially tragic, but his story is so overwhelmingly tragic. Therapists could easily feel helpless, not know what to do, feel paralyzed, or conversely could react almost in a counterphobic way by trying to do something for the client. It appears to me you do neither of these. Your primary stance is just to really be there with him and for him. And I'm wondering, can you share your internal process? What goes on inside you as you're sitting with Guy or a client like Guy?
Absolutely, Victor. I do think that just as you suggest, we do have a counterphobic, maybe countertransferential response. We can freeze in the face of that as much as our clients can. And the alternative is worse, that we become too busy, too active, trying to make him feel better. Guy's not there because he wants someone to give him a quick fix. He wants someone who can stand with him in the darkness, sort through the pieces, to provide non-anxious presence to a story that is truly horrifying.